Alright, let's get into Blender. So to start off, I had to take a couple sips of my hot chocolate because, it's pretty good while working with Blender. I recommend it if you haven't tried it already. But I had to start out with a plane, then go in to search out what I wanted my scene to look like, which in my opinion, looking back, it was kind of a waste of time. Because I didn't even need to know what the scene would look well, I did, but it didn't really come to use for anything right now. But I saved it into there, and I added the picture into Blender, resized it, shaped it, whatever you needed to do. Then I went into the real good stuff. I went to look for a fridge. I had to search modern to start out, but eventually I found that it'd be cool to have like a older looking fridge. I don't know why. Just kind of fit the scene. But these red fridges kind of popped out to me. So I decided to find one I liked and save it into Blender, which just happened to be this one. So I added this image to Blender, and then I added a new scene that would a new a new collection, and I called it Fridge, because that's what it is. But then I started to scale up the cube to match the picture. So then after that, this just all came with trial and error over and over again. That's why it took so long. So instead of having the whole fridge, I just decided to turn it into two things. But then I quickly found out that was a bad idea. So I went back with my first instinct, which I should have to begin with. But then I added some loop cuts to go around the places that would go inside of the fridge, go in, I guess how you would say it. But then after I did that, I decided to push the things back, the front of it, to make the inside of the fridge. And then I copied the backboard of it, and I separated it, and then put it in the front because that's going to be the door. Then I beveled the top of the fridge to make it look pretty nice. Then I did this thing where I would push in push in the sides. I would inset, and then I would push it in to make it, go in where it's supposed to. Then I would bevel because I didn't really know what else to do, so I just beveled it to make it look better. I don't know if it really did anything but get in the way, but that's what I did. So after I did that, I decided that it'd be a good idea to inset the front piece of it to give it that extra bit of detail it needed. And I also did that down here. I just insetted it and then pushed it back a little bit. Then I got the middle piece, and I insetted it and pushed it farther back than the other two pieces. Because that's like the indent of where the freezer and fridge separate. So right there I just inserted the two doors and then separated them from the actual mesh, and then I pushed them back to their original spot. But then I decided, I think it'd be a better idea to just edit them alone by itself. Right here, I got this circle around my cursor, and I had no idea how to fix it until I just started having to go through and click Control on every single key until something happened. Eventually I figured it out. So now I'm starting the inside of the fridge. So then I decided, you know, to get a good idea, I just went through and looked at pretty much just pictures of inside of a fridge. Don't know what I was doing, but I left, came back. But anyway, I looked at that, and then I tried to duplicate it. I think it would be easier, like, I think it would be the easiest way would just be to add a plane, and then, extrude it to make it look thicker, and those would be like shelves. But in every fridge, actually I haven't looked at many fridges, but there's always a thing at the bottom where you can stick like things like salad and stuff like that. Things that are in bags just go in the bottom shelves right there. So that's what those are. Oh wait, I forgot to make handles for those. Too late now. Guess I'll go back later. Looks like right here I'm trying to experiment to see the best way possible to make this happen. So the one at the top, it seems meaningless because there's nothing there. Like you can't fit anything up there, but it's a light. That's going to be the light that is in the fridge. So right here I was trying to make like another shelf, but I couldn't figure out the best way to do it. So eventually I just had to delete everything because it was just annoying and I needed a better way to do it. So like there's these lines, like when you open a fridge you see like these lines on it. I don't even know why, there's just lines on like the shelves and stuff. Just like that detail. Those lines that are on it, so I just decided to add that for no reason. Well, I guess for an extra detail. It worked. And then came the door. One of the most confusing things was this door. So that's whenever I decided to extrude it a little bit and then bevel the sides of it. But then I was like, man, this don't look real good. Because when you open something, you can see like the curve. So I beveled one side because it looks like when you open it, it'll just like turn on that one side. I guess if you know what I mean. But then I was like, hey, I could add extra detail. No I can't. But I could not figure out how to do that, and I kind of got annoyed with it, so I kind of just stopped messing with it for a bit. Then I was like, yep, first door done, second door, here we come. So I started out with just beveling this, but it's just the main door. I decided to bevel completely everything, which was not a good idea, because I was like, oh wait, I have to extrude this and make some, like those little cubbies that you see in the door of fridge to put like water, jars of stuff, glass bottles, whatever you need in there. So then I started experimenting with this. How am I going to add shelves in this door? Then it hit me. Maybe if I just, extrude it back a little bit. But no. The door was not thick enough for it. So, this resulted in me having to delete that door. So, going back, I had to start fresh with another plane. And I was like, today is the day. I'm going to get this done. So, I was smart about it this time, and I got the plane off of it. Like, I made a separate plane, I got it off of there, and then I put it on there, extruded it, deleted the faces, and then I extruded the little cubbies, and then I extruded down the inside of the cubbies to make a space to put something. Then after that, I was so happy with my success, I was like, I can't delete this one. We gotta make this work. So I started beveling everything to make it look, except for that, make it look pretty good. At least in my opinion. And then before I knew it, I was done. So happy. I stuck the door in there and I was like, yes, I'm done. Oh wait, I have to make a handle. 2 handles actually. So I inserted the image, check my work, and then I tried to create the handle that was on the picture. Yeah, I don't know where I was going with this, but it didn't work. Yeah, that looks awful. So then I just deleted it and started from scratch. But this time, I knew what I was doing. I flattened the cube on the Z-axis. What's that word? Clicked I, inset. And then I finally came up with this special handle. Then came the hard part, figuring out how to make it look like a handle instead of just a handle. But before too long, I was like, that's good enough for me right now, until I have to go back and edit it. But the placement looked odd. There was something odd with this. So I placed the image, and then I placed the handles where they should have gone. And then, there you go. There's the fridge. I've done it.